Good morning to all those tuning in. This is the Web 11, and today we're back to playing Winning Love by Daylight. Last we left off, it was just the ending of day 8, going on to day 9, I believe. And we had just asked Molly out to the prom, in where she said yes. But, that being said, let's get right back into it. You wake up feeling pretty refreshed, but not that excited to go back to school. You're almost running late, so you throw together an outfit to speed yourself to school. Just as you step outside, you can see Maya walking down the street, who waves to meet you. Morning, sleepyhead. You look like you just rolled out of bed. I did. Rough night? Good night, actually. I ended up asking Molly to be my date to the prom. Whoa, nice one. That's exciting. Was kinda keen on sleeping in my own bed for a change too. I don't know, timber floors and a sleeping bag is pretty good for the posture. Excited to be back at school? Not really. I enjoyed having not to be stressed about it. Yeah, but replaced with evil villain stress. Yeah, that ain't great either. You arrive out at the front of the school where a few students are roaming about. You ready to go in? Yeah. You head towards your locker and the teacher spots you. Glad I found you. You're going to be joining me and some of your other classmates in detention this afternoon for skipping school yesterday. You might have heard that the principal has gone missing, or whatever rumors are about. But I am now the acting principal, and I'm not going to let anything slide. Whoa, hippie teacher's an authoritarian. Damn, who's seen that one coming? You're going to be meeting in classroom L3 to paint signs and prepare things for the prom. After last period. I mean, that's not too bad, to be fair. Yes sir. The acting principal glares at Maya. Yes sir. He walks off in a huff. I totally knew that we would get in trouble for not showing up yesterday. Man, this sucks. I'm no good with paints. We better get into class. I don't want any more trouble. Yeah. You and Maya walk into your first class. Elena's already there, taking some notes about something. You wonder if there's going to be another ominous announcement this morning, but nothing ends up happening. The class is pretty quiet, and you do your best to focus on the classwork. But the bell rings, and you're excited to be moving through the day. The day passes slowly, like a daydream. You drift through your different classes, barely paying attention. Your thoughts are fixed on Molly. You keep thinking about skeletons and prom and superpowers. Maths and English and history just feel so inconsequential. Hey, wake up. Huh? You look up to see everyone sitting around looking at you. Suddenly, you suddenly realize Molly is sitting next to you holding your hand. It's lunchtime already and you barely realized it. Are you okay? Yeah. Just a bit of daydreaming today. I keep wondering if Skeleton King guy is going to attack today. Well, he did sort of threaten to, right? Or is he just waiting for the actual prom night? I don't know, should we be worried? I don't think so. It sucks that we're all going to have detention after school. Yeah, it means we kinda can't spend time hunting him down, or training, or anything really. Stuck sitting around painting decorations for a prom that might be cancelled. Yeah, that does feel a bit useless. What do we do? Probably just best to go through with detention. Chances are nothing will happen. We can find a night where we can go and scout or patrol or something more useful. We should probably ride out the detention and do our best not to get in any more trouble. Yeah, we don't want to be stuck being watched and needed to be somewhere else. The whole point is keeping this secret, right? So we gotta try and lay low until we can do something at night. Maybe we could find a way to stop him hunting skeletons. Any ideas on how we could do research? I could check the net, but that feels less helpful. Unless you're in a horror movie, then it's the internet solves everything conveniently. Emily, does your aunt have a special book for this kind of thing? Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to ask and dig around a little bit. But for now, we go to class, act like normal teenagers. Flunk math, gossip about prom, go to detention, and complain. Solid plan. The bell rings and you're already flung off to the next class. Today is already flying by so fast. Civilizations as old as the Egyptians use bricks as an essential piece of their architecture. Clay mixed with straw was dried in the sun using a mold to get the right shape. Bricks were then laid on top of each other, only overlapping on halves, so that the weight of the structure was dissipated evenly downwards. Any wind or external forces wouldn't topple it so easily, because it was anchored into the whole structure. Clay quarries were usually cut relatively close to where the clay would be used, in nearby workshops or encampments. You completely zone out. The architecture and historical importance of bricks is actually somewhat less exciting than your actual life. The bell rings and people start to head out at the end of the day. You sit right where you are because this is the room that detention is in. The acting principal comes in and puts down some paints and cardboard for detention. Wait a sec, is he the skeletal guy maybe? Oh, that'd be a decent twist. He patiently waits while the other teacher gathers up her things and to head out. Then watches as the rest of your friends slowly all show up. Now that all 9 of you are here, I'm not going to be sitting here babysitting you. I have a whole bunch of things to get done. But I will pop back in from time to time to check up on you. You are not to leave the room for any reason. Now, these paints and boards are for making signs for people that haven't been to school before. Parents, the band, whatever. We're going to need stuff like arrows, directions, bathroom signs, and tickets, and so on. Alright, get to it. Well, I guess we better get started. I don't even know how to do this. Painting is easy. Here June lays some of the cardboard sheets on the desk around you, then puts some of the paint tubes nearby. Grab the brush. June puts the paintbrush into Emily's hand and grabs one herself, and then dip the tub a little bit. Then gently drag it across the page. Making letters is a little hard, so maybe we should draw those in pencil first. Oh, okay. That's not so bad. You all sort of naturally pair up around the different desks. But there being 9 people, you end up standing with June and Emily. June hands you the paintbrush and some orange paint still on it. Here, I'll get started on the paint stuff and you can fill it in as I go. Yeah, okay. Emily still looks a bit out of her depth, but both make a pretty good attempt at painting it. Emily doing the background, you and painting in the lines of the letters. See, it's looking great. Tickets. Nice and visible. That was easier than I thought. It always looks so different when you see other paintings. Well, this isn't that complicated, fortunately. Kanya calls over from one of the other desks. It's getting pretty late. How long are we supposed to be in here? And why hasn't the teacher came back yet? Should we go and look for him? If we leave and get caught, we get in trouble. If something has happened and we do nothing, that seems worse. We should all go and have a look. All of us? Never split the party. Yeah, okay. They're not using horror movie logic. Holy crap. That's amazing. Let's all go. Emily peeks out the doorway and everything seems quiet. You all slowly walk over the corridor at the school, and it's eerily quiet. No one seems to be nearby, no students practicing instruments, no teachers wandering about. It's really strange. You all head out into the big hall at the back of the school grounds, as it's the only place left. Oh, hey, I was just coming to find you. I knew it, you ate that lame teacher all along. What? I literally just stuffed his unconscious body into this closet. Sure. I'm undead, I literally can't have a body of flesh. The Skeleton King sighs and opens up the closet to show he knocked out the body of the acting principal. Oh. Look, man, what do you want? I'm here to ruin the prom, isn't that tonight? I don't see any decorations up or anything. That's at the... Not again. That's at the end of the week. I don't see any decorations. Oh, no. That's at the end of the week. What day is it now? Friday, right? It's Tuesday. He sighs again. It's so hard to keep track of time down here. Why are you trying to ruin the prom? Trying to kill you all is too hard. If I ruin the prom, you'll all be depressed. You lose the motivation to be heroes anymore. It's much easier. Although, maiming you might do the trick. I mean, that is fair logic, technically. You all tense up and ready for a fight. June steps forward and swings her blade outwards, which is quickly blocked by a ghostly claw. Emily shoots out a few fireballs and the skeleton whips his cape around, and it seems to completely extinguish them on impact. Kenya charges forward and swings a heavy fist directly into the center of his ribcage, only for him to deftly step aside and hop aside. Oh, definitively sidestep and hop aside. Elena starts to glow a bright yellow, and then a huge beam of light bursts right through the center of your ghastly foe. What? So that's and then a huge beam of light right through the center of your ghastly foe. Yeah, I have no clue. What? You watch as he crumbles to dust and a flicker of the ghost inside leaving. Holy crap, that was awesome. In all the games we play, the undead guys are weak to light. I figured I'd give it a go. Nice work. He's not dead, right? I don't think he can die, as long as there's another skeleton nearby for him to jump into. That's interesting, because this was the first time he put up any kind of fight. I don't think he can die as long as there's a... Lemon is right. Maybe he was just waiting for a skeleton to get close enough as he backed up. Trying to distract us by talking and then holding out for as long as possible. Then we're going to the mausoleum right now to get the rest of them. Yeah, okay. You're right. Let's go. It's already starting to get dark. Means that no one is looking for us. At school, at least. Do we have a plan? Walk in, smash everything until there's nothing left. I've had enough of this guy existing. Well, what if it doesn't work? We'll think of plan B when we come to it. Okay. Everything is sort of power walk, so it doesn't take long to get back to the throne room in the museum. Oh, you thought you might chase me down? What makes you think that would do any good? What makes you think that your efforts are of any use? I am eternal. We gotta stop him from monologuing all the time. Maya extends a hand and hastily a lightning bolt arches upwards from the ground towards the throne. The Skeleton King easily sidesteps it and takes a step towards Molly and slashes out with a claw. Out of the back of her hoodie, big black hardened bat wings form a cocoon around her, blocking his strike. Whoa! Come on! Willow tugs at your sleeve to get you to step back to safety. You take a step back with her, and the Skeleton King seems to notice, taking a great big step towards you. Elena jumps in between the two of you, and a great bony hand crashes through the lot of you, knocking all of you to the ground. You can barely see anything while you're trying to crawl backwards to safety. You hear Willow shriek out, "Toby, no!" That monster, what the fuck? No! You see a bone foot and taupey colored paste in front of you. Gripped by the fear, you slowly crawl backwards as Kenya steps up and takes a swing at the figure in front of you. You hear the flutter of wings as Molly lunges forward and slashes a claw through the cape and bone. After a minute of waiting, scared, staring at the ground, "You okay?" Yeah. You look over at Willow, who is sobbing into the bricks. Sophie and June are seemingly trying to console her. "We are going to get him for this. We're going to annihilate him." Willow looks over at Kenya, and you see a glimpse of an angry face on Kenya that you wish you won't have to again. Elena calls over from the other end of the room. "I don't think there's anything else here. There's another room back here with computers and stuff, but it's empty. What about the cave? There must be something through the cave." "We're going." Everyone cautiously walks through the back wall of the throne room and into the cave. It's dark, but it isn't as long as you thought it might be. Quickly, you all find yourselves in the middle of the woods. You can feel a breeze, and you can hear the leaves rustle around you. It's already gotten so dark, you can barely see anything. How are we going to hunt him down if we can't see anything? You hear someone click their fingers, and then all of a sudden a bright light is in front of you all. Whoa, that's cool. That's dope. It's a goddamn dinosaur. A little something I've been practicing on the weekends. Come on, let's go. You follow the light, you follow the giant flaming ghost T-Rex using its light to see anything beyond the trees. Yeah, and I also figured out how to get rid of this so I can see things without the text. And yeah, that's dope. But mostly you wonder how your life came to this ridiculous moment. He can't have gone too far away. Elena slowly and effortlessly hovers up into the air above you to get a better look. And you hear a huge flapping of its wings, which make you think Molly is probably up there too. But your eyes are straining against the forest floor, looking for anything bone white. There, I see it. More to the left. Elena shines a light downwards, like a searchlight, and Emily steers the giant flaming monsters towards it. Kenya and June are already ready to pounce forwards. But you, Sophie and Willow, are both struggling to keep up with all of the running. By the time you catch up, you see the T-Rex lunge forwards with a huge bite only to be extinguished, and Emily to fall backwards into Molly's arms as she swoops down. Damn, Molly has wings, it's kinda dope. You see skeletons everywhere slowly climbing out of the dirt and appearing from beyond the trees, coming to join the fight. Both Kenya and June are taking measured swings into their main foe, each trying to destroy him with a single blow. I mean, this is actually done really well. I love the art, I won't lie. Elena and Molly are doing their best to protect them from above, while Willow causes a huge barrier patch to grow around you and stop any more skeletons from joining the fight. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Lightning crackles from the sky as Maya brings down a huge thunderbolt directly onto the Skeleton King, only for him to reflectively block it with his cape, leaving him unharmed. Damn, this guy's kind of OP. Elena and Molly are doing their best to protect him from above. Oh, protect them from above, while Willow causes a huge... Emily ignites her fists and lunges towards him, trying to burn whatever she can touch. A bony foot kicks Kenya backwards into the barrier wall, while June is busy trying to clear out the last of the skeletons that are inside the wooden wall. Emily, who is left along with the villain, is knocked to the ground by his shadowy claws, and he leans over and slashes through her midsection. Emily, no! You can't see any visible wound on her, but it's clear that she's been taken out. Molly opens up her jaw in a rage, and hot lava spews outwards directly into the Skeleton King, melting him into char and ash immediately. Holy shit! If there's anyone you don't want to mess with, it's Molly. Like, you don't want to piss her off ever. All the skeletons banging on the barrier wall slowly start to retreat as an ominous voice haunts the woods. I'm going to bring my entire skeleton army to ruin your frivolous dance, and there's not a thing you can do to stop me. I will crush everything you love and leave you all just a husk of your former selves. His laughter echoes into the forest as he fades away. You finally bring yourself to look at Emily, who is lying unnaturally still, collapsed to one side of the barrier circle. Willow, whose attention has been on maintaining the wall, finally turns to see what has happened, and immediately the wall collapses. No, not Emily. You can't. Willow holds Emily's head gently and cries into her face. You can see Emily's spirit slowly begin to ascend from her body. Oh shit. This has gone dark. You are overwhelmed by grief. Everyone standing nearby can barely move, all stunned, watching their friend leave for good. Molly sobs on her knees nearby. I will not let another die. Molly reaches out and grabs Emily's ghost and forcing it back into her body. You can feel the power radiating from Willow as she does her best to save her friend. Come on. Wake up, Emily. Wake up. Come on, wake up. What? Oh, Emily. You're okay. You're okay. I got you. Hello. Did I just die? Maybe a little bit. Molly rushes over and wraps her arm around Emily super tightly. I'm so glad you're okay. I don't know what I would have done without you. Emily looks up at Molly and wipes a tear from her cheek, and gently replaces it with a kiss. I'm okay. We should go. I don't feel safe here. You all help Emily to her feet and start to walk out of the woods. What are we going to do now? He seems way more dangerous than I initially thought. I guess we're hoping that Emily's folks have some kind of monster manual. A what? It's a guidebook for villains. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't really had a chance to look through our library. We probably should head right there. That's a good idea. I didn't even know I could do what I just did. Might be a good idea to get them to look at you. I feel okay, I do. Just feel a bit light. But yeah, see what my aunt says. Hopefully they can help. I mean, if you get your soul wrapped out of you, like ripped out of you, I don't think you'd just be okay. That has to be traumatizing to some degree. After wandering around the woods for a while, you are greeted by the familiar streetlights of your town. Surely there's some kind of way to lift his curse. You better not be talking about me. No, the skeleton. Oh, that's more like a phylactery. Like a lich? Pretty much. The phylactery is a totem that helps keeps them animated whilst undead. So we have to destroy something. Oh, I suppose that would be what a necromancer is in a lot of times. Because in a lot of media, necromancers, as soon as you kill them, destroy them, whatever, their whole undead army usually collapses. Meaning, in this case, it would be one of those, a phylactery. Like an artifact? Maybe. Or dispel an enchantment or something. How he manages to skip between bodies is an extra step I'm unsure about. Can't I just throw him into the sun? I'm not going to say no. I don't know if we have any books about... Emily stumbles a little bit, falling into Willow, who catches her, and Kenya steps in to help prop her up. Sorry. It's just, I feel a bit... I'm pretty sure I saw my dad. Just now? No, when I was... I don't know. I feel this weird connection to something now. Like I've gone up from my computer and forgotten to take my headphones out. Shit. Yeah, I think when her soul left her, and then it was forcibly put back into her, I believe she's technically undead now, and that she's only temporary. That's my best bet. Then again, like, she was only dead for a few seconds, so it shouldn't be anything too damaging, to be fair. Everyone looks over at Maya sternly. Sorry, I do that a lot. I feel like I could. Are you okay? Yeah, I can see ghosts. Here? Yeah. She's just... Emily shakes her head clear. Anyways, I'm sure I'm fine. I'm fine. No, really, I am. I think it's part of my powers. My aunt's talked about stuff like this before. She takes some getting used to, I guess. Are you sure? Yeah. Let's get back to the skunk. You got a skeleton to yeet into the sun. Haha, yes. Thanks for playing. Yeah. And then that's the end of episode 1. Not bad. So, yeah, this is just the final release. And there will be more content in the future. It's a Kickstarter. Yeah, so if you are seeing this and you want to support the Kickstarter, apparently it's still up. So there's probably going to be a giant robot attack. There's going to be 8 outfits, 8 swimsuits, and 8 locations, and more. Nice. To me, that you can vote on which designs you like most. Cool. And that's it. So I do really like the art style, and it's not only the art style, but the writing is actually really good, I think. I will say that the main character is kind of like, yeah, I know what you mean kind of deal, which is like, you kind of make... I know it's supposed to be like you're supposed to try and relate to them and put yourself onto the main character, but I don't know, it just kind of feels like the main character is stripped of like any personality. I do find it really cool though that despite that, the story is actually super solid and every other character is actually really well done. On top of that, they have great music that accompanies them. Though I will say, in the scenes where you can see the background moving, you do have a set amount of what do you call it? Like from point A to point B, that's set, and then it jumps back to point A. I don't know. I think it might have been a little better if they the beginning and ending were more seamlessly done. But that's about it. I think I don't really have much complaints. I think with most visual novel games, I would say that it's. I always feel like could be a little bit more art that was done to help visualize the scene. But that's also from someone who's bad at visualizing things. But it's not actually that big of a deal, to be fair. It's actually quite minor. So, yeah. Anyways, so we got a few milestones. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got 7, and this seems to be what? 9, 18, 27, 30. Meaning you could, if you focus on one girl per route, I bet you would get them all, to be honest. Or at least most of them. So yeah, I highly recommend this game. And I'm actually really excited for episode 2. But in the meantime, I think I will actually play the other routes. And you should see that in our future podcasts. So, anyways, thank you for tuning in on our frequency. This is the Rebel Lemon signing off. So good night and sweet nightmares.